pointing at, Ronnie?
I'm pointing at you farting before we go live. That's what I'm pointing at.
Honestly, it's been 2 weeks. I'm ill.
Nasty that.
They really sting the eyes. Afternoon, everyone. All right.
Okay, I might join these lads on the on the injury list with that. That's potent, man.
I know it is.
Yeah, but all right. So it's International Week, innit? So
so we're talking about injuries.
We're talking about injuries. This is how you know our potential injuries. It was either that or what was we gonna hop on and talk about? Animal 11. Could save that.
That's your thing that you like to do.
Yeah, could save that for after. But we're having to look ahead anyway, because sometimes we forget. You know, when you make projections in a season and you're like, oh, we're doing well, going into the City game, you always forget to take into account the possibility of injuries, because what difference does the outlook of the Manchester City game, example, if Cunha's fit than when he's not, especially with like his power and his dribbling ability and his ball carrying on transition against them. But before I even speak about Cunha, I want to speak about Mount, actually. The Mount injury is the first one, because no one knows yet. There's not been an update still of whether he's properly out or how long he's out for. But it's more in line with Mason Mount, since he's come to United, has been fairly injury prone.
No, he's been very injury prone.
Very injury prone. And him having a decent start to the season and then getting injured again is just a sign of things to come, and how injuries could potentially derail a United squad where you're not sure what you're going to get, even with a full team. So I think a few injuries could be call for concern.
Injuries always derail a season. I always am of the opinion that you need 15 or 16 first choice players who think that they're all first choice to have 11. Because there's always someone out of form. There's always someone injured. Like, you don't need 22 first choice players. You don't. There has to be a hierarchy, because there are times when everyone's fit. It's not often, but there are times when everyone's fit. But there are also times when you've got 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever injuries. So I think it would be good squad management to have 15 or 16 first choice players, where you go almost to the point where you go, I actually don't know who starts if everyone's fit. Like, there almost needs to be a little bit of that, like, ambiguity almost. Like, yeah, if he's fit, could be him or him. You know, that you almost need to have that a little bit I think to be able to do it. Mount's annoying because clearly he's teacher's pet. Clearly Amorim loves him. But Geezer can't stay fit. And in this last 10 years, we have been rinsed by players that can't stay fit. Whether it's Luke Shaw, it's just Luke Shaw, let's be honest. But there's been others.
Phil Jones
is another one, yeah. But Luke Shaw,
Eric Bailly.
I mean, I feel like Luke Shaw's gonna get injured this next couple of weeks. I just don't know why. I just feel like he is.
Is there a COD release coming out around the corner?
I thought that happened a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. I don't play video games.
Yeah, that's usually the time he gets injured. It's usually the time he gets injured, but obviously I've seen a couple of people in the chat saying, I know it's derails it, saying happy early birthday for tomorrow. My birthday isn't tomorrow. Did you tell people my birthday was tomorrow?
No, you told everyone it was tomorrow. You told everyone in the office it's tomorrow. When's your birthday?
No, it's on Sunday.
Sunday? Oh.
Yeah. I just, because I'm not in tomorrow and I wanted a cake from Steve for my birthday from the office upstairs, I said it's only right that I get a cake today, innit? But he decided against it, so it's fair enough, I'll get it on Monday. But as Skittles says, the best ability is availability. It's true. I know Mount can be frustrating because he's had a decent start.
Alessandro's another one that's injured all the time.
Yeah, Alessandro's, but obviously his injury with his knee, that's, you're always worried about what he's going to look like when he comes back. I think Mazraoui's only just returned as well. We've had reports that DERAIL has come up with a bit of a muscle issue in Portugal, so he could be injured as well. I know people are going to be like, DERAIL's rubbish anyway and hasn't been playing well, but you still want players there that are squad players and are rotation players as well available, because once your squad starts to look a little bit thin and 1 or 2 people do drop out, depending on who they are and where they play, it can make a huge difference, especially when the margins have become so slim now in the Premier League. Especially when you've got City and Chelsea around the corner.
Yeah, and if anything, those two teams that have got the absolute biggest squads, they are two. I mean, City are having a bit of a rough time at the moment, which I'm not asked about, but they've got squads that would be able to handle 4 or 5 injuries and still be able to stick out a very potent 11. You think?
Yes. You know, you said, because you've had this debate where you think Chelsea can field like 2 11s.
They're my sneaky tip to win it, you know.
It's true, but do you know when you actually look at their team, for the amount they've spent and sold, it's still underwhelms because, and you know why that is? Because
defence.
Literally, yes, defence and the keeper, but everyone they've bought, Steve, is like 24 under. That's their policy, innit? On the Clear Lake. They don't buy players older than that. So it's a bunch of teams of young, talented players that have not quite hit anywhere near the peak yet, or they've bought on potential. So when you actually look at the starting 11, you're still not quite sure whether that's a title-winning side for as much as they've spent. So for me, I predicted Chelsea to finish second, but I still kind of semi-stick by that. But
yeah, and that's probably about right. Second or third is probably where they are going to finish. But also at the same time, they are capable of going on a run that would see them over the line. Especially if like a Liverpool did get an injury. Like if Liverpool took an injury to a Salah, I guess they've got Isak now, haven't they? But like if they upset the apple cart by trying to squeeze him and Ekitike in there.
I think the whole reason why Liverpool have bought Wirtz, Ekitike and Isak is because they know Salah's on basically got a year or so left, and I think they've early recruited for after him. But it's these teams like City and Chelsea and Liverpool, in the face of it, do have that strength in depth and quality where the drop-off's not so big. Whereas at United, one thing that we've been worried about the past couple of seasons is our starting 11 players and our starting attackers and midfielders haven't been amazing either. And then once you get to the bench as well, it gets even worse. And then the drop-off's so big because United haven't had it great the past couple of seasons in injuries. I think last year was a bit better, but the season before it was catastrophic.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that could potentially hurt us, because when you've got key players like Cunha, and Mbuemo is going to be a new one. Obviously, when Sesko gets up to speed, and then you've even got the likes of Bruno. Well, Bruno never gets injured, so don't have to worry about him, touch wood. But it's even like Lenny Yoro's been here not too long, but he's shown to catch a few niggles here and there.
He got injured last year and was out on it. So.
Do you know what I mean? So this is something we've got to be ready and prepared for. The one game a week might help, but
I think the one game a week will massively help, because I wonder how many times were those injuries either caused or exacerbated by someone not being 100% and going, I'll get through today, and then getting injured. Because you hold yourself different, or you run at 100% and you actually weren't 100%. Like sprinting is probably the cause of, without any data, I would imagine sprinting's the cause of so many, probably the vast majority of the muscle injuries that you get, I would imagine, come from sprinting. The other injuries from tackling, from whatever, but I would say sprinting feels intuitively like the number one cause of your muscle injuries. Going too fast, for whatever your body was, turning too fast, stopping too fast, whatever it is, it's speed and the change of is the cause of most of your muscle injuries. Hamstrings, quads, calves, that's all because of going too fast, probably.
Yes.
Feels like it, doesn't it?
It does for sure. But do you know what?
Some scientist in the comments is going to be like, well, actually, 17% of fucking shut up. How about
that? Because from that just overloading and all sorts.
Yeah.
Nah, do you know what? Listen,
and proper rest and like not having 2 games a week and the travel. I wonder what impact that all of that travel has on you on top of the games as well. And now you don't have to do that. That's got to be a bonus, hasn't it?
That's why you do get you think international break. Sometimes you feel like you mentally sometimes go, it means that some of our players are going to get a bit of a rest playing games. You realise, no, they're not. They're flying out.
Some of them are flying 4,000 miles.
4,000 miles to play a couple of games, and quite often you see them pick up injuries on international break as well. But
did you see? Do you know what? I wonder if this makes a video. Let us know in the comments if you would like this, actually, because we are taking all ideas for content at the moment. The impact of sleep. Now, I saw something which was like the number of hours of sleep, like from going from 6 to like 9 hours, the drop in injuries inversely correlated to the number of hours sleep that you get is mad dramatic. Like you've got like a 33% chance of an injury if you only sleep 6 hours or less a night versus someone that gets like 9 hours or 8 hours, something like that. I'll have to get the actual data for a video, but I remember seeing something like that, like the impact of sleep on injuries. And then you listen to...
What was the sample size test?
I'm pretty sure it was college athletes.
Okay. So
there's a lot of them with good testing as well, I think. And again, I'd have to dig it out.
You always get the genetic anomalies though and that in it, but it's true. I can see... You know what? The whole sleeping 6 hours to 9. I always hate that because you don't really have much control over the amount of hours you sleep, really.
Athletes should, though.
Do you know what I mean? Do you really have that much control about when you wake up? And obviously, when you go to bed, but when you shut your eyes and fully go to sleep, is still a little bit more of a subconscious thing, isn't it? It's like,
yes and no. I mean, some people are genetically wired to require less sleep than others. That's a factor. But also, like, what's your sleep hygiene like? Are you doing the most that you can? And someone was tweeting me earlier talking about Kobe Mainoo and like, oh, you picked on the wrong one. Look, he's doing extras. I wasn't saying that he wasn't doing extras. I was saying, is he able to look himself in the mirror and know that he's doing the absolute most that he can? And why wouldn't you want to do that as an athlete? Same with the sleep, right? I'm not going to name any player because people are like, why are you picking on him? I'm not. I'm just using him as an example. But like, if you was a professional athlete, what would you be doing for your sleep hygiene? So you know things like dropping the temperature of your room to like, I think it's in Fahrenheit, it's like 69, 68, 67 degrees is an optimal sort of temperature, like being a little bit cold, so you have to almost get a blanket on. That's optimal. You want to have the room a little bit colder than you want it, rather than being warmer. Like, be a cooler room puts you into sleep mode. Do you sleep with an eye mask? Do you sleep with white noise? You know, have you stopped drinking a good couple of hours beforehand so you're not waking up to have a piss in the middle of the night? If you've got a newborn, it's probably going to be a problem. You know, maybe you allow your partner to deal with the newborn because your job as a professional athlete requires you to be able to get uninterrupted sleep. You know, what are you doing? Are you taking supplements that put you into a better sleep? There's actually a lot you can do. You know, it's not just a case of like lie on your phone on Instagram for 5 hours and hope for the best. Like, your job is to be rested and perform. Fucking act like it.
Yes, exactly. It's, as MUFC said there, he's mentioned like obviously circadian rhythm. Obviously, it's very different for different people as well.
You can change it though.
I guess you can train it and change it. Liam Cohen says 10 to 12 hours sleep is ideal for him. See, that's individual, but I will never sleep 10 to 12 hours. Do you know what I mean?
But no one's saying that. You can get what is your optimal sleep? Like, that's what you need to be doing. I see a comment there saying, should take my own advice. I seem to be picking up a lot of injuries. I have a calf injury that's been ongoing, probably because of the chronic compartment syndrome I have. I'm not having loads of injuries. I've got one injury, which I'm kind of managing. But also, I probably don't sleep enough. But at the same time, I don't fucking play for United.
So Sip James John says, if your circadian rhythm is fucked, your probability of heart attack goes up. That's a scary one, and that's a lot of something that I did find out about. Obviously, I always knew about it, but apparently they're a lot more frequent than you think. Is silent heart attacks.
Huh?
So like heart attacks that they call them silent ones because people don't realise that they've had one.
Oh, you don't get the symptoms from it?
Like, you don't get the obvious symptoms, which is probably collapsing and having to go to hospital.
Full cardiac arrest.
Yeah, basically. But you can have it can just come across as a bit of like heartburn or like a bit of chest pain, and it could be a silent one. And the only way that people ever find out if they've had a heart attack is if they end up ever getting like an ECG or
you've actually had a heart attack.
They've noticed a little bit of damage in your heart where like if you might have had a heart attack at some point. Do you know what I mean? And I've always found that the idea of a silent heart attack so scary, because you might brush past it because the symptoms are light and not obvious initially, but it still caused damage to your heart, and it still can affect you later on in your life, where you might end up getting like a real one.
Yeah, I wonder if you're more susceptible to them after having one as well.
Yes, 100%. Always, that's always.
See, the heart attacks ones is actually a scary thing, isn't it? Because you can feel like you're doing everything that you need to do, and then one day you just get bosh, and that's you done.
I think the survival rates for it are better than you think, but it's obviously still not ideal.
No.
It's not ideal, but like...
You've had better days, I am certain.
Yeah.
What happened? My heart's on its arse.
Yeah, exactly. See, someone says chest pain that you just kind of sleep off. Do you know what I mean? But... yeah, hypochondriac arc incoming. That's another thing. You know, when you get into your head about a condition or an illness or a sickness, and you start worrying about it. For example, I found out about a heart attack. Before you know it, you start feeling like you're getting the symptoms. Like you feel the slightest thing on my chest now. After I've read that on Google, I'm like, shit.
Oh, this is it.
Do you know what I mean?
Goodbye.
That's it.
I'm the opposite. I go, I'll be right.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what?
Yeah.
The human body is genuinely amazing. When it's things like that, you sleep an extra hour a night and you don't get a hamstring tear. What? How's that work? Like, it doesn't make sense in a way, does it? But also, everything that your body does, also in a way, doesn't really make sense. Like, it's so crazy how it all works. And a lot of people in the comments talking about circadian rhythm. You can do things to set that. Like, I have a little bit of a morning routine to try and set my circadian rhythm. I get sunlight in my eyes as early as I can, and I try and get movement in there as early as I can. So when I go to bed, like I go to bed at like 10:30, and I am out. I put a sleep mask on, I put an audio book on, and I am snoring before Janine even comes up the stairs. Like.
And what you said, you get sunlight at what?
First thing. Get dressed and get my ass out, quick as.
I always wanted to figure out what the science was. I know we're rambling a bit, but who cares?
No, but it's relevant. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's relevant.
Yeah, it's actually on topic for going off topic.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Because even like when you look at the behaviour of dogs, and when dogs always look for sunspots.
With what?
To rest in.
Yeah.
I've always wondered why they do that. Is it just they like the way it feels, the heat, or does it actually regulate something inside them?
Could be.
Do you know what I mean? Should we do that more? Anytime there's a bit of sunlight, should we be in the sun more?
The dog does that. Diesel does that. If there's a strip of sunlight coming through our window, the dog will be lying in it.
Every dog does it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It is, yeah. And do you know what? It makes me laugh about dogs. Like, I always, whenever he comes in, Diesel's quite vocal with anything that he wants. Yeah. And he has different ways of being vocal with everything that he wants. But when he's run out of water, and he's clocked it and I've not clocked it, and he's like quite forceful with like, hey, I want a drink, mate. Sort him out his water, and you think, how does he know to drink? that wigs me out. Now. I always look at him and go, how does he know how to drink?
That's just obviously would have just learned.
I know, but like, does it not wig you out? I know that it's obviously going to be like signals inside his body going thirsty, the same as I am. But I still look at him and go, isn't that mad?
I think that's the obvious thing about humanity. You know, we always downplay probably the sentience of like animals.
Oh, yeah, he knows what's going on.
Obviously, he knows what's going on. Do they know that your dog's like 30, like 90 in human years?
He's older than that.
Still running about.
He is. Yeah, and to be fair, he's a little bit deaf. In fact, he's very deaf, actually, now. He is like 120 in dog years. He is old, man.
He's old, but he's still fit and fine. Do you know what I mean?
He is still pretty fit with it. Do you know what? When you notice him being old, there's two. One, the deafness. When he jumps off the sofa, down off the sofa, he face plants 1 in 3 times. His legs haven't got that bounce back ability in them.
But how often is he going to fall on his face before he realises he ain't got that in him anymore?
Oh, a lot more. There's a lot more of that. And then sometimes when he goes to run up the stairs, he misses a couple and smashes his face into the stairs. He's a little bit old.
Oh, do you know what's bad? Hey, someone was bad there. Dad said dogs have brains. That's exactly it. I can't believe that you're I can't believe my dog drinks water.
I know it's a daft comment. I'm just saying. What's that? Number 9 Scrum says, had a colleague, a psychology lecturer, point out the benefits you receive from doing physical training is actually your body adapting to you trying to kill it. No way.
That's a mad thought, you know. Wait, so basically your body's just constantly, basically as you live, you're constantly killing yourself in a way. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to It's not a fair.
You can stop crying now, can't it?
Happy birthday, dear Ronnie. Happy birthday
Thank you. Right, don't know this.
Like you do
Safety hazard here. Amy's dodged out the shot.
Go on, son.
I can't blow this one out.
Put your back into it.
Hey.
It was all Steve's idea. He insisted.
Was it? Nah, I can't. That's actually jarring. That. That's it.
Give me a donut.
That killer.
Right, what are we having? Oh, we got Biscoff ones. They can do one. Which one today? I'm going to have this chocolate one here.
Do you know what? It's not my birthday today, by the way. I'm just saying. People are saying happy birthday now.
Go on, get in. Get in on that.
It's as close as we're going to get.
It's my birthday on Sunday, but obviously it's my last day in the office, so...
And I would also say happy birthday, Rivi, as well.
Oh yeah, my twin brother.
Is it his birthday as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
my twin brother's
him and his twin
birthday as
brother
well,
have got
yeah.
birthdays really close to each other.
Yeah, the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, mad that.
Basically, everyone behind...
How they plan that?
Everyone behind the camera's waiting for me to take mine so that they can take theirs. Right, I'll take one and that's it.
Which one go for?
Gonna go for that
The
one.
Biscoff one. You like the Biscoff? Everyone like... Can someone explain to me in the comments what the obsession with Biscoff is? I think it's disgusting.
Alright, help yourselves, people.
Someone says Joe won that at the back of Asda. There's a smiley face on there. Yeah, should we show the people? What would you have gone for in the comments? Got a smiley face one, got like an all chocolate one. You got the pink Homer Simpson ones as well there.
Now everyone can have can everyone have what they're waiting for.
Yeah.
The donut.
Are you going right on the wide? Yeah, well done, Joe. Not like you know how cameras work and that. People talking. Biscoff is gross. Biscoff is sound.
Amy, you did well
Welcome to the internet.
To stay out of the shot. You doing.
Sam says Ineos would never spend so much on an employee birthday. The pink Homer Simpson one's gone down well. Boston cream. I think that's one that was in there.
Jim Ratcliffe wouldn't allow that one, innit?
I think Dak's getting one behind the camera, so don't expect the cameras to switch in a minute. Nice necklace.
Yeah, what was the necklace about this?
I think it looks really good on you.
Feeling Hawaiian and that?
Yeah, suit your complexion.
Someone said nice arse, Joe.
What's Biscoff? It's like crap biscuits.
Yeah, it is. Biscoff is nice. I'm a Biscoff guy. I can't lie. This is now turned into a mukbang with us tuning into the camera.
Not even sorry. People are asking if Joe won them in a fight behind Astra.
What?
Yeah, people. Janine's off camera going, this is a good podcast.
What you did?
Honestly, I am not even close to being sorry because I really wanted a donut.
And also, it's international break. The rules change. There's nothing to talk about because we don't care
Peanut
about
butter.
football.
There's not a peanut butter one now, was there? Peanut butter donut?
Peanut butter?
I don't think so. Yeah, not great for the headphone users. Yeah, sorry. Who's getting a last pick here? Did Deck you on a last pick? Liam says, well, Janine can host it then, can't she? Yeah, how about that? I don't know, apples.
It was either...
There's no football to talk about.
Oh, listen, it was either going to be that interruption with the my birthday, that's not my birthday just yet, or it was also going to be us talking about what would you pick as your international break.
What would you pick as your injury?
No. What would you pick as your animal starting 11 football-wise?
Spinal. My back is broken.
What?
What?
You'd pick a back injury?
No, this I'm me quoting Mike Tyson. Never mind.
If your spinal gets broken, though, there's things that you need that don't work anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that an actual thing? Like people just like completely get paralysed? I know you can get paralysed with a broken back.
Right, so 2, you don't know how dogs drink water or know how to drink water. And 2, you're like, wait, do people actually get paralysed?
I know, but isn't it mad that though?
Of course it is. What happens? What, stub
Tom
toe?
Boy says stub toe. 5 things about
Right, thank you,
donuts.
people. See you.
5 things about donuts. They're absolutely
Thank
class. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
All right, are we back to normality now? Do I take this off? Okay, now.
The Krispy Kreme file says notch. Biscoff is normal biscuit with extra sugar, then overcooked, almost burnt to caramelise the biscuit. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Just don't get it, me.
Someone also clocked that I had chewing gum in my mouth and I put it on the edge of the box to take my biscuit, and he was disgusted by that. I didn't know where else to put it. Where else was I going to put it? What I was going to do, swallow it. I didn't put it. It's acting like I threw it into the donuts. Yeah.
Matt the monkey says, I broke a vertebrae in my spine, full recovery after not being able to move for 3 weeks. That's actually got to be terrifying, hasn't it?
Huh?
What are you just lying there moving your eyes like that?
Yeah, exactly. But No 9 Scrum says if your spine, he's quoting me, says if your spine gets broken, then there's things that you need that don't work anymore. Yeah, your fucking spine, Ronnie, you need that. Hey.
Wow.
That wasn't what I was referring to. That doesn't work anymore. I was talking about the downstairs. The
do you know what I watched yesterday on? I think it was on Amazon. It was really good. And Ben texted me last night saying, "Have you seen it?" And then he said, "I wish I'd have seen it at the cinema." And I was like, I literally thought the same thing as I was watching it. F1. It's clearly propaganda for Formula One. And they've obviously had a lot of help from Formula One as an organisation to help film it. But what a film. Genuinely, there's not been any good films. That's a great film. Go watch it. Really enjoyed it.
You watch Sinners?
No, watch it at home. Oh, I thought you meant cinema. No,
Yeah.
what's Sinners?
Horror film, Michael B. Jordan, vampires,
Not really into...
a bit of like historic.
Vampires not my thing.
Elements.
Horror films not my thing. Probably not my thing.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho, not sure it's the real guy, says, Steve for the paddock has the youth team right under the first team, ever played the first team and how'd it go? We have a reserve team. Typically what happens is the reserve team, and I think apparently this is the same at every level as well, by the way. Anyone I've ever spoken to about this, reserve team always beats the first team.
Yes.
Don't know why that's a thing, always happens. We have a first team reses, aka the amateurs, a 21s, and then we have a 17s, and then we've got like various like 12s, 14s, 13s, etc. And a ladies, women's team. It was meant to be their first game this weekend. That has been rearranged. It is now going to be next weekend. I'm going to try and get myself doing.
Yeah, tough stuff. Club's growing. Heard you talk.
Oh, I'm going to United Sunday next week.
Yes.
Fox.
Half
No, I
4.
wanted to. Oh.
Man City.
Well, I think that Kai Bosch is the idea of doing that then.
Yes. All right. So, right. Shit. Are we call? Do you reckon we call it there? We can either call it there. Or we can answer a few more questions.
Yeah, let's answer a couple of questions from the peoples. Sinners was bipolar. Should have made a gangster flick. Does that track?
Yeah, it was basically covering 2 twins that were like gangsters, and then it was like their community and village, and do you know what I mean? And it was like horror, but not fully horror, and it had like these whole like historical elements into it, a bit of like sociology aspects to it, but I don't know. It was
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Stephen Harris says, who's replacing Ronnie this Saturday? I'm not going to tell you, or it won't be Kiefer though.
What's happened to Ronnie's boy, Delo? Everyone's...
Well, speaking of injuries, Ronnie's injured. How long are you out for?
Oh, yeah.
Physio, Ronnie's like, I'll miss this weekend, I'll be back for next weekend. Physio went, you're out for the rest of the month. Bastard.
Nah, but I'll still argue I'm forced myself back. But yeah.
But that's literally what the physio said,
Yeah,
didn't it?
Turns out I this would actually been a good topic to talk about, because we talked about the human body and stuff, but I actually did my ankle. I think I went to push off like when I was dribbling, and I could feel like a bit of a poppy snappy sound in my ankle, but it didn't affect me initially on a 1v1. And then as soon as the balls went, I went to walk, and then my leg all of a sudden started feeling heavy. I started to limp, obviously, initially, and I thought that I turned to the bench and I was like, I think I've actually probably done my ankle here. But I said, maybe let me run it off, because sometimes you can run off injuries, adrenaline, And then I think about 10 minutes later, it felt fine enough where I could be functional when I ran it off, but I was still iffy. I played on for another 60 minutes with this ankle whilst being a bit inhibited. And then as soon as I've got home and after the game ended and the adrenaline went down, I was in excruciating pain. I could barely walk, pain in bed. And now my ankle is probably only like a grade 1, but it's difference between your ankle being all right and actually being good enough to return to play. So that's probably why I said end of the month. But I'm going to try and come back much sooner than that. I don't like being injured.
But yeah, so physio has said end of the month for him. Ronnie thinks give it a week.
Yeah.
Daniel says, any chance of international call-ups at all? For instance, Harbour Town at the 8th tier have had a call-up to Bermuda. Yeah, I think we had a lad that came down and was thinking about signing on, actually. That was a Pakistan international. So he would have obviously been someone. I mean, for the more England, probably not, realistically. However, I know Ravel Morrison doesn't have a club at the moment. I don't think we're going to get him a Paddock, mind, but... but there are people out there without a club, and playing for some. I mean, I'd consider Jamaica a relatively big international team. I'm not sure where they stand in the rankings, mind, but there's some really, really I know that there's people for Sierra Leone and stuff like that play non-league football, so it can happen.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying listen to the physio. 247 says F1 movie was great, racing scenes were incredible, but I thought the storyline was safe/weak and played it far too safe. There's certainly no twist that you don't see coming. You're not going, oh my god, where did that come from? Nah, you kind of saw the storyline coming, but I enjoyed it. It was cool. I
don't think an F1 film interests me. I probably won't watch. Obviously I know Damson Idris is in it. He was exceptional in Snowfall series.
It's a good film. It's like I said, it's a little bit on the nose, a little bit obvious, but it's a good film. Righty then, we're going to wrap it up. I'll be back in the morning. I'm going to try and do a big old walk tomorrow before I come in, if the mountain's open. Otherwise, take it easy, and then don't forget to mither Ronnie on Sunday when it's his actual birthday, and not today. See you in a bit.
That's yo.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.